So this is live footage of me today walking through a mall. Freddie, put up the live footage of me walking through the mall again. That's me live today, because today I'm going to show you why I am so bullish. And it's because of the charts. Just look at the charts. Bitcoin is about to make a breakout. It's actually just broken out of the key resistance levels or the key trend levels. And I'm going to show you today why we are bullish. And today I'm going to be joined by the sniper as well. And for the first time in a long time, we both agree that it's time to be bullish. So welcome, guys. Welcome. I'm Crypto Man Ran. If you've just joined us, you're watching Crypto Banter, and this is the most loyal, most profitable community in the entire interwebs. What a day, what a day, what a day. And I'll tell you why I say what a day. This is the first time in a long time, in a long time, that the market is responding to good news. And you know what they say? They say when the market responds to good news, typically that's a bull market indicator. When the market doesn't respond to good news, only responds to bad news, then that's usually a bear market indicator. And today, for the first time in a long time, what we're seeing is that the market is responding to good news. We're seeing the Bitcoin chart look something like that. So it is looking much better. If you're new to our channel, welcome. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll tell you why you got to hit the like and subscribe button. One is because when you hit the like button, more people watch our show, and we don't have, as you can see, we don't have any advertising. This is not a commercial station. We rely on you guys, the community, because this is actually your station. We rely on you guys to make the show. So smash the like. That's all you have to do. We work hard every day to make this amazing content for you guys. All you have to do is like. Why should you subscribe? Well, there's a million reasons to subscribe. The first thing is, if you subscribe, you could win the banter bags. What are the banter bags? I'll tell you what the banter bags are. We took $10,000. We invested the $10,000 in pre-market allocations. And the last banter bags we gave away, I don't remember the exact number, but it got to as high as $700,000. Obviously, with the market coming down, it's less. But still, the principle is we give away money to our community. This is the most giving community on the entire interwebs. I don't know any channel that has given so much to the community for free. Yeah, guys, for free. And speaking of free, Sniper School is free. And so Sniper School is launching, but while Sniper School is launching, we are doing these amazing classes. Have a look at these classes.
What's up? What's up? There's everyone. What's up? Yeah. You got no one to kick your butt. And I think that's what's important about also doing today is for the first time, like creating this community to kick each other's butts.
Go and spend some of it.
Now we've just made $5,000. All of us.
So those are the free classes that we're doing with Sheldon and the team while we're getting ready for Sniper School. And how do you get those? Well, it's very simple. In the bottom of this description, there is a link to our Instagram page. Go to our Instagram page. The Instagram is where we're going to give away 10 spaces, 10 slots on Instagram. We're going to give away 10 slots for the Monday class on Instagram. That Monday class, I'll be there, Sheldon will be there, Rudo will be there. We'll all be teaching you everything you need to know about trading so that you guys can, we want to teach you guys to fish. That's the bottom line. We want to teach you guys to fish. What else? Oh, banter bags, Sniper School. And then get this. Have a look at that. Okay, so what we're doing is as follows. You want to join us every single day. We're going to choose like 8 or 9 people to join us every single day backstage at Banter. So if you want to join us backstage at Banter and chat to myself and Sheldon after the show, before the show, watch how we get ready, watch how we run the show. Well, we're going to give backstage passes for everyone to join. So how do you get those backstage passes? We're going to select those from the chat. All you need to do, subscribe, like, what else? Subscribe, like, join the channel, tell people about the channel, help us build a bigger community, because that is how we do this. Let us go and bring my friend, the Sniper, on the line. Sniper, how are you, my friend?
What's up, buddy? So nice to have you back.
Yo, bro.
You're back in action.
I'm back in action, and tomorrow I'm going to join the morning show too. So it's going to be 2 of us tomorrow that we're going to be back. We're going to be a full team. Sheldon, before we get into the big news today, let's look at the charts. Let's look at what the charts are saying to us. I mean, it looks like this is make or break point.
Yeah, it has to. So we started to get 1 or 2 bullish indicators, but obviously it has to back that. We need that simplicity of the higher high in play. Then we know a small retest is coming down, and that's our big bullish sign. That you know that was the low for now, and so we're getting it. I see we're hitting an echo there.
Yeah, so, checking the number of likes. And whoa, stop. There's like 10,000 people watching the stream, and there's like 1,000 likes. Guys, smash that like button. That is all you need to do. We bring you guys everything else, and now there's 3,300. That's it. Smash this, because that is how you're going to get more people onto the stream. So smash the likes, smash the likes. Come on, guys. And today I'm going to show you guys why we are bullish. I'm going to give you guys a whole lot of calls. We haven't had calls for a long time, but I've actually got some calls. Sheldon and I have been working on like this, what do we call it? Like a little scheme, mother plan. What is it, Sheldon?
Yeah, it is. It's something, it's smart trading right now. We're working off news and as well as the charts, but news mainly as well, making sure we're choosing the right ones, not going crazy in the market just yet until we have clear direction. But we're being smart with the investments, definitely.
Yeah, you got to be in this market. I think there's a lot of money to be made, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. The amount of money that you can actually make in this market, but you got to be super smart. You got to be super smart. Sheldon, let's look at the Bitcoin dominance and the Ethereum dominance, because I think that's going to paint the picture for what we're going to be talking about today. Remember, this is a Bitcoin correction, and actually we should start looking at things in ETH. But I suspect that now Bitcoin dominance has gone up. Am I right?
Well, look at that. That's the day. And, to be honest, Ryan, and we went through it a little bit earlier, if we have a look at the bigger time frame and how long this dominance has been trailing down, the only way when we sort of, and this is where my second little bullish indicator I wouldn't say indicator, but my sensors are telling me that could have been the actual low yesterday. And then we're starting to trigger is, we need this dominance to bounce dramatically. And when it does, we know that that's very bullish for Bitcoin. And as that Bitcoin is finally, the last 2 months, we know that when Bitcoin was rallying, that dominance has been falling. For the last 2 months, 3 months, that's what's been happening. Now Bitcoin is going up and dominance is going up, which is the big reversal. What happened the first time when Bitcoin went from $20,000 to $40,000 was dominance went up. So this could be that correction we've been talking about for a while, where we have 10% of the dominance go back into Bitcoin, and that is another good sign, as well as obviously breaking the shorter term trends. Bitcoin's still got a little bit more work to do, but we're starting to get the feeling now that this could be it.
Yeah. So I must say, yesterday when I watched the blood, and the blood came from nothing yesterday. I mean, if you look at the reasons for the FUD yesterday, garbage. I mean, President Trump, what is he going to say? Yes, people should buy Bitcoin instead of the dollar. Garbage. FBI seizes Bitcoin in a Bitcoin that were from the Russian hackers, right? Now, garbage. Sheldon, stay on the stream. Let's get through the main news of the day, and then we'll get you back and we'll talk about, I want to talk a lot about the charts. I want to talk about a lot about the charts today. So guys, if you sold yesterday, you have spinning chance. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. The FUD that came out yesterday was such garbage, okay? I mean, President Trump says that Bitcoin seems like a scam. What is he going to say? Yes, you should buy Bitcoin because the US dollar is shit. I mean, is he going to really say that? He is apparently running for office in 2024 again. I've already seen some Trump 2024 flags out there. Now, do you think that he's going to say, oh, everybody, I love Bitcoin, buy Bitcoin? I do, however, and I'm waiting for confirmation from a source, but I have heard stories that Jared Kushner, his son-in-law, has bought Bitcoin. Now, again, this is just speculation. I'm waiting for the source, but imagine that. Imagine that your son-in-law is big on Bitcoin. And I suspect that President Trump will come around to one day, maybe not when he's running for president, because he's got to be seen to be supporting the US dollar. The other bit of FUD, and shame on you, spinach hands, if you believed this garbage, that the FBI seized some or managed to crack someone's private keys. It's impossible. It's mathematically impossible. I said that to you guys yesterday. And now we know that the story has emerged that what happened was these Russian hackers stored their crypto in a non-custodial wallet, in someone else's wallet. And the FBI managed to get a warrant to get the private keys or to get that open. What that means is it's exactly the old thing that we say. We say, if it's not your keys, it's not your Bitcoin. If your Bitcoin on an exchange, or if your Bitcoin on a wallet that is in someone else's hands, and if you don't have your private keys, you don't support your Bitcoin. You don't hold your Bitcoin. Now, for some people, that may be good, but you must know that the FBI can seize it, etc., if you don't hold your own private keys. That's exactly what happened with those Russian hackers. Now, For me, the story about the Russian hackers doesn't make sense. So I'll tell you why the story doesn't make sense. Imagine that you are a very, 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 very smart Russian hacker. Okay, so you are a very smart Russian hacker because you're smart enough to hack and the colonial gas line and stop the supply of gas to the USA, to the east coast of the USA. You're that smart, and you're obviously working in a team. Now you're that smart and you're working in a team and you rent server space and you ask for the ransom in Bitcoin when you could ask for the ransom in Monero. I mean, it doesn't make sense. And I mean, on top of that, you then get the Bitcoin and then hold them in a wallet where you don't have the private keys. I mean, how dumb are you? Like, seriously, how dumb are you? So I think we haven't heard the end of this Russian gas line hacker thing. And I also want to say that I think that it is actually good news. The fact that the FBI managed to seize those coins is actually good news for Bitcoin. Why? Because had the ransom been paid in cash, there's no way that anybody could ever track the cash. Now, because the ransomware was paid in Bitcoin, then the FBI managed to track it. And that's exactly the advantage of Bitcoin. People say that Bitcoin is used for illicit activities. It's not, because you can track every single transaction. Even 10 years from now, people will be able to track every single transaction. So you'd be an idiot to be using Bitcoin to get your illicit activities, because ultimately people will be able to track your Bitcoin to you even 10 years from now. And this is exactly what Perianne Boring said on CNBC.
You explain how a policymaker should think about why all of these ransomware attacks are using cryptocurrency?
Yeah, look, what we saw this week in the Colonial Pipeline is a clear demonstration that Bitcoin is not the currency of choice for criminals. The United Nations estimates that between 2 and 5% of global GDP, that's about $4 trillion, is connected to illicit activity and money laundering. Last year in 2020, less than 1% of all crypto transactions, or less than $10 billion, was associated.
I will tell you that 90% at least, and I'm making up the numbers, but of ransomware attacks, at least over the last several months, have used crypto. So we can talk about money laundering and other things, and I agree if you look at it in some kind of other way. But let's talk about the ransomware attacks on companies today.
Yeah, and thank God they did, because the DOJ was able to track and trace those transactions and ultimately were able to seize that money and are putting a stop to this. What if they had used fiat? What if they used paper money or an analog channel? Do you think we would be where we are today? Absolutely not.
I don't think we'd be where we are today, because I don't think you'd be able to carry enough briefcases of cash to do it.
Less than 1% of all illicit transactions are associated with cryptocurrency. That is the fact.
According to who?
According to who?
The United, if you do chain analysis, if you look at the actual transactions facilitated on cryptocurrency networks, less than 1% are associated with illicit activity. That comes from
what percentage of ransomware attacks are associated with cryptocurrency?
Less than 1% of all illicit activity is associated with cryptocurrency.
Okay.
This is not.
We can define these numbers however you like, but I think we're moving the goalposts as we're having the conversation.
Well, he doesn't get it. I mean, if he did get it, he would know that the only reason why the FBI managed to track this money is because it was on the blockchain and every transaction was on the blockchain. And that goes for any future transaction. So if you sold yesterday, shame on you, because you have spinach hands and your conviction in crypto should really be questioned. It means that you don't understand crypto, because of what happened yesterday. That is why you do buy crypto. And I'll tell you that if you sold yesterday, you sold to the whales. And I'll show you how I know this, because this is a chart of the accumulation of the long-term net holder position in crypto. And you can see that what these guys are doing is exactly what you guys should be doing. They accumulate in a bull market, in a bear market, and they distribute in a bull market, which means that you can see that in the entire bull market, these guys let go of their Bitcoin. But the long-term holders of Bitcoin are now saying that it is time to start accumulating. And you can see that since the end of May, these guys have actually been accumulating. So if you've been selling your Bitcoin to the long-term holders of Bitcoin. It's the same pattern on ETH, guys. If you guys have been selling, you have been selling ETH to the institutions that are now taking them off the exchanges. Look at the charts don't lie. The data doesn't lie. These ETH, this is a chart of the total amount of ETH transferred from Coinbase wallets outside, put into long-term storage. And you can see that it is at an all-time high. Look at that spike. Okay. Also, if you look at the other data, let's look at this data over here. This data over here says yesterday, the largest daily outflows of Bitcoin from exchanges year to date. It means that the institutions, the whales, are buying from you guys, the spinach toilet paper hands, and taking them off exchanges. And those Bitcoin are going to be off exchanges for a long time. Then you're never, ever, ever going to be able to get those Bitcoin back. This market is testing your conviction. If you're holding Bitcoin, if you're holding Ethereum, and you've got conviction in the long-term thesis of all of these things, these weak hands, these days shouldn't worry you. This is when you buy. And remember yesterday, I said to you guys, it looks like the worst is over. The stock to flow model, the deviation from the stock to flow model shows this is one of the highest deviations ever from the price in the stock to flow model. Look at that. Look at the two circles. In fact, look at the 3 points down there. Every time that the stock to flow model has deviated this much from the supposed price, there has been a massive, massive, massive bull run. The data does not lie. Every single time that this happens, we get a raging bull market. And that's what I said to you guys yesterday. If you look at the stock to flow model, which has been back tested since the launch of Bitcoin, it shows that the worst is over and that it's all bullish. And we can see that. We can see that it's bullish again because the market is responding to good news. There's a lot of good news out there, and the market's finally responding. If we look at the good news today, so the first bit of good news, the El Salvador bill gets passed in Congress. Watch this. Watch this. When have you seen a country, a bill in a country get celebrated like this? I mean, so it was passed. The bill was passed with 62 out of 62 out of 84 of the positive votes. Look at the reaction of the senators that passed it. Okay, so the bill was passed. We're going to talk about why this bill is why this bill was so big. It's much bigger than everybody thinks. There's other good news. Michael Saylor raising money again. We're going to talk about that. Also good news. Amazon hiring DeFi developers. Other good news. Then we've got Interactive Brokers, which is the biggest brokerage house in the United States, or one of the biggest brokerage houses in terms of volume in the United States. Well, they said that they're going to be getting into crypto by the end of the summer, and that is according to CNBC. Have a look at this. This broke just before the show. It says Interactive Brokers will start trading cryptocurrencies on its platform by the end of summer. Customers certainly are asking for crypto trading, and we expect to be ready to offer it them by the end of summer. Rival brokers, Fidelity and Charles Schwab, don't offer direct crypto trading on their platforms. However, stock app Robinhood does. What's going to happen when Interactive Brokers actually launches this on their platform? I mean, come on. You don't have to be a genius to work it out. What happens? Interactive Broker starts offering it, and then Charles Schwab offers it, and then all the other brokerage apps offer it, and then crypto really does go mainstream in the United States. So there's massive good news out there. Another bit of good news, which you're going to say to me, well, how is that good news? Well, it's great news. ETH 2.0 is delayed again. It is now delayed again. Let's look at when it is delayed to. And I know that I had an article about it. ETH 2.0 is delayed. Again, it is delayed until 2022 due to team conflicts. Now, how the hell can that be good news that Ethereum is delayed again? That is what we're going to be talking about today. All the good news. There's a hell of a lot of good news in the market. And the way that I see the market, guys, is it's almost like a volcano waiting to erupt. So it's building up and it's building up and it's building up and it's all this good news and this good news and this good news. And eventually when this good news actually comes to fruition, the market explodes. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. We're seeing the stock to flow model, highest divergence ever, which every time that it's happened, the market has shot up again. We're seeing the whales accumulating. We're seeing coins moving off exchanges at a pace like we have never ever seen before. All that together, coupled with the other big news of the day, we are building this volcano, which is going to make the bull market a massive, massive, massive bull run. So let's look at the news. Let's look at why the news is so bullish, because I think people aren't reading enough into the news. But before we do that, give me some likes. I see that there's 11,700 of you watching this, 5,900 likes. Smash the likes. At the same time, I'm going to give away some backstage passes for tomorrow's show. So let's see, let's give away. Freddie, get some comments up on the screen while the people are smashing up those likes. Let's give away some backstage passes for the show. Okay, Emma Dem, you say no spinach hands in this community. I hope so. You're in. If you're a subscriber to our channel and if you have smashed the like button, you're in for tomorrow. Backstage pass to the show with me and Sheldon. All right, Jeremy Brinker. He says gently touch the like, guys. No, Jeremy, you're getting it all wrong, bro. Smash the like. Who else wants to come to backstage passes? Jojo Limited, you're in tomorrow. Backstage passes for Crypto Banter. And Wolf B, you're also in. All right, let's carry on moving. Let's get moving with the show. So why is this El Salvador news such big news? I mean, it's much bigger than people anticipate, much bigger than people give it credit for. I mean, yes, El Salvador is a small Latin American country or Central American country with 6-7 million people. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. But the implications, like I said to you yesterday, are absolutely huge. And the reason for that is because it is a country which is a sovereign nation, which doesn't have sanctions against it, which is in good standing with the United Nations, the World Bank, and all other regulatory organizations. Which means that if they have made Bitcoin legal tender, all the central banks around the world who clear transactions from El Salvador have an obligation, a legal obligation, to clear transactions in Bitcoin. So they're putting pressure on the entire US community, on the entire world monetary community to start accepting Bitcoin, or at least to build the rails to build Bitcoin. On top of that, they also made an announcement that they are going to hold $150 million worth of Bitcoin. And now $150 million worth of Bitcoin is not a huge amount of Bitcoin, but they will be the first country in the world to openly hold reserves in Bitcoin. They also seem to have created the same FOMO that Michael Saylor has created. There are a lot of countries with the same problems as El Salvador. And what you're seeing now is that you're seeing that there's this whole FOMO developing in South and Central America with all the leaders of Argentina and many of the other countries saying that they want to get on board with Bitcoin. So even though El Salvador is only going to be holding $150 million in Bitcoin, I think it's going to be like the Michael Saylor effect of Bitcoin. Then they have made it a law, and the law comes in within 90 days, that all merchants in El Salvador must accept Bitcoin. I mean, get what that means. It's like, imagine a law in a country that says that all merchants must accept Bitcoin. This is huge. And I think what's going to happen here, having lived in an underdeveloped country for most of my life, the underdeveloped countries know that they use their currencies, they damage their currencies, corrupt leaders damage the currencies, they use them as mechanisms to almost destroy the country for their own benefit. And what El Salvador has done is it's almost set an example to say, you know what, we're actually going on to the Bitcoin standard. And we're going to make our country competitive because we're going on to the Bitcoin standard. And by going on to the Bitcoin standard, people are going to trust that we're not a corrupt country because our monetary system will actually, in time, actually become Bitcoin. And that is absolutely, absolutely, absolutely huge. People aren't giving this this news the limelight that it deserves. I think it's much bigger than we think. And what we've done on my Twitter is I've actually left a link, which I need you guys to go and like. Go and like and retweet that link. And we're going to try and get the president of El Salvador to come on our show. He hasn't done a show appearance yet, but I mean, I think if anybody could do it, it's the banter community, right? So let's do it. Go to my Twitter. There's a tweet there that says like and retweet this if you want the president of El Salvador to come to the show. If we get 10,000 likes, I think he will come onto the show. So we have already been in contact with him, and I think that we may be able to get him onto the show. Cool. Let's go on to the next big bit of news, and that is Michael Saylor. So Michael Saylor said yesterday that he is going out to raise another $400 million in a convertible note to buy more Bitcoin. Now, I said to you guys yesterday that what I wanted to know was whether or not he was actually going to raise Bitcoin. The reason why I think this is such a big thing is because it shows the institutional adoption for Bitcoin. If Michael Saylor is successful in raising the money, then it shows that there's still a huge demand for Bitcoin at these prices. If Michael Saylor would have struggled to raise the money, then we would have known that there's actually no real demand for Bitcoin. Because really, if you think about what MicroStrategy is just a Bitcoin company now. I mean, you can say that their software company, which makes $15 million a year, is something, but that company was dying. And all that Michael Saylor is doing right now is he is a Bitcoin fund, so to speak. And he went out and he tried to raise the money yesterday. And I said to you guys, it's going to be a massive litmus test for me to see whether we're in a bull market or in a bear market. And it's oversubscribed. Not only is it oversubscribed, he went out to raise $400 million, and he had requests for $1.5 billion. Feiha, you are backstage tomorrow. Mari, sorry, you're backstage tomorrow in the house. You guys are back. You guys are in the house. So Michael Saylor went out, raised this money, and eventually what they did was they only took in 500 million at a rate of 6.125%. What does that mean? It means that there's huge demand for Bitcoin from the institutions because someone would have had to give them the $1.5 billion to buy these Bitcoin. So what happens next? I guess in the next 2 or 3 days, we're going to get an announcement from Michael Saylor saying MicroStrategy has purchased an additional blah, blah, blah Bitcoin at this price, increasing the number of Bitcoin too. Because that's what Michael Saylor does. Every time that this happens, Michael Saylor does that. So that's the other bit of good news. More good news. Let's see, what is the other good news? I know there's a whole lot of good news. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think the biggest news of the day, or well, not that news, but the biggest news of the day is the Amazon news. Why is no one talking about the Amazon news? So Amazon had a job post, and unlike Apple, which was very shy about this job post, Amazon's not like that. Amazon's like gone all in. And you can see that what Amazon are looking for is a head of product for blockchain. And read a little bit more into this. It says, Amazon Managed Blockchain is a fully managed service that accelerates customers' ability to create and leverage scalable blockchain technology for current and innovative business use cases across DeFi, supply chain, financial services, identity, and more. We are looking for an experienced product leader to drive the vision, roadmap, feature definition, and go-to-market of the AWS product offering across rapidly evolving and the broad landscape of blockchain technology and use cases. What do I read into this? Well, why specifically did they talk about two things? Identity and DeFi. I mean, again, let's read this thing. It says here, if you look here, it says, we are looking for an experienced product leader to drive the vision, roadmap, future. Oh, sorry, it says, innovative business use cases across DeFi, supply chain, financial services, identity, and more. So what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? What is Amazon doing? I'll tell you what Amazon's doing.
It's just insane right now.
I agree. It's insane. I read into this that Amazon is taking on the banks. I read into this that Amazon is going to create an identity platform on the Amazon system. I read into this that Amazon is launching a full suite of DeFi services. Why would they say DeFi? Why didn't they say NFTs? I mean, what? Because it looks like they're going to take on a DeFi platform. And if you ask me, it makes logical sense. Amazon could become the biggest bank in the world if it created a DeFi platform or enabled others to create DeFi platforms using Amazon services. And I think that that's what Amazon are seeing. Now, it's not going to happen today or tomorrow because they're only just hiring right now. But again, extremely bullish for blockchain. There's no other way that you can look at it. Another one that's hiring is Bloomberg. Posted a job ad this morning. Look at what they're looking for. Let's look at this. Where is that ad? Here we go. So it says, Bloomberg News is looking for a managing editor to lead the next phase of its coverage of cryptocurrencies. This is an opportunity for creative and experienced leader to build a cross-platform coverage strategy in the evolving and highly competitive space. Okay, so Fred, You're not allowed to apply for this job, bro. I know it's going through your head. Freddie, you cannot apply for this job. Okay, I know that you're good at your job, but you belong to Crypto Banter. And we,
oh, man. Okay.
yeah, we are taking these guys on. We're taking these guys on, man. I wonder, maybe I should apply. Go and work for Bloomberg. I had a gig at CNBC, and maybe I'm going to bring that gig at CNBC back sometime soon. Maybe I should have asked Bloomberg. Hey, man, let's bring Crypto Banter onto Bloomberg, or Bloomberg onto Crypto Banter, or one of those. All right, what else is going on? Okay, let's see. Okay, now the real fun news. This is like the DJ news, because I know that you guys don't care. You guys don't care about the big stories. You guys want to DJ, and I see Fred's flagging me down here. Like, Fred, what do you? Okay, leaders from 5 Latin American companies have turned laser eyes on. I told you guys that this is going to spark a what do you call it? A FOMO amongst Latin American leaders. And in fact, all leaders of emerging market countries. I think that they're all going to realize this. And you know what the most exciting thing about all this is? It's the first time that I've heard news that is not speculative in nature. You know, every time that we hear news, MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin, funds buying Bitcoin, that's news that is speculative in nature. This is the first time that I'm hearing news that is not speculative in nature. This is about changing people's lives. This is about empowering the millions of people that live in El Salvador to become financially free. This is not about a country wanting to make money out of Bitcoin. And if you think about what Bitcoin was actually created for, Bitcoin was created to bring financial freedom to those that didn't have financial freedom. It's the first time in history that I'm reading a story, a real story, not a bullshit story about some app that's launching a couple of their wallets somewhere in some random part of the world, but a country that is adopting Bitcoin because it wants to change the lives of its people. Imagine that actually works. Just imagine what happens when that works. Just imagine what happens. Just get your mind around it. El Salvador implements this. India sees that this could become freedom. One of the big countries sees that this can bring financial freedom to its people. And bang, the whole world starts to adopt Bitcoin. So I don't know. If you guys think we're in a bear market, well, you're watching the wrong show, because this is me today. And I know that you guys on Twitter and on Telegram have been saying, oh, you know, you're wrecking your followers because you're being bullish and it's in a bear market. Guys, I'm not sure we're in a bear market. You can't tell me that with all of this actually happening, we're in a bear market. I mean, Ethereum is 10x up on where it started a year ago. Other blockchains are flying. And in fact, let's talk about that. So I told you guys that the big piece of news for Ethereum is actually amazing news. And what is the amazing news? Let me show it to you guys again if I've got it, if I haven't yet done it. Sorry, I'll delete it. Okay, so what is the big news for Ethereum? It's ETH 2.0 is delayed again. It's delayed until 2022. For me, this is the best news that could come out. Okay, the best news that we could have heard today. Why? Tell you why. ETH works, but ETH can't handle the volume. ETH can't handle the transaction volume. The gas fees are exorbitantly high. So ETH really works, but doesn't work. And people are moving to other blockchains. People are looking for alternative blockchains. And we've seen this. We've seen that even though ETH has network effect, because ETH is broken and can't support this, people are moving to other blockchains. And this is good for blockchains like Matic. It's good for blockchains like Kusama. It's good for blockchains like Solana, because those blockchains, people are saying, look, we can't build on Ethereum. It's prohibitively expensive. It doesn't work. It's too slow. And we are looking for other blockchains. And so by buying other blockchains, which is what we've been telling you guys to do, Cardano, Solana, Matic, Polygon, we've said to you guys, buy. Now you are seeing that those blockchains actually aren't in a bear market. And if you look, Solana raised a round of $314 million. What is this $314 million for? To take on Ethereum. Solana's technology works. Solana's technology is very fast. Look who led the round. A16Z, which is Andreessen Horowitz, Polychain Capital, who are the smartest investors in the world, Multicoin Capital, Alameda Research, CoinShares. Guys, are you watching what's going on here with Solana? Sheldon, is Solana in a bear market?
What's up, buddy? To be honest, so are we ready yet to go through some charts, or do you want to bring me back again so we can chat?
No, let's talk about Solana first. Let's talk about Solana.
Yeah, well, no. It's definitely showing a lot of promise, Solana. The problem is, it's just the market is waking up. The fundamentals are really bullish. Everything's big. There's just I need a little bit more, just a little bit more confirmation from these prices to let you know as well, Rand, from the whole start of everything. I most probably then, if this is what you refer to, spinach hands, as I got stopped out of the market, as a lot of us did. not intentionally sold, but protected stop loss sold. And the whole reason being is because we can always buy back where we sold out. So the problem is, like, even now today, you know, there's so much bullish news, fundamentals of the market, but that price is moving, but it's not moving what it's supposed to damn do right now. And it's you know, it's so easy to drop out of the window right now. I'm sort of just making sure that we are at that point where we're really calming down in the market and getting in at the safer point, because everything is so damn bullish. But why the hell is the price not doing that yet? Is there any thoughts on your sort of understanding or what you're thinking? You know, are they taking time to stock up here before something goes crazy? Because the price is not.
You've lost perspective, my friend. You've lost perspective. Can you please call up an ETH chart for me? Call up an ETH chart for me.
Yeah, so have a look here. What's Bitcoin doing right now?
No, take me to ETH. Take me to ETH. Take me to Ethereum.
Okay. We see Bitcoin right there. Look how Ethereum's doing nothing.
Take me to Ethereum. Show me where Ethereum was 3 months ago.
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
Let's have a look. 3 months ago, where's that? Feb. It was in this region over here.
Which is what? What's the price?
Between $1,500 to $2,000.
Oh, okay. So what you mean is that you've made 60% holding an asset in 3 months, and you're telling me you're in a bear market?
Not in a bear market. I'm preparing for both scenarios. Always. Never am I saying where, you know, there are two scenarios. Definitely always.
Take me to Solana. Take me to Solana.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was Solana 3 months ago?
Have a look. Around about $14. So Solana's obviously done very well.
So Solana, one of the major blockchains, has 3x'd in the last 3 months, right?
Yeah, close to 200%.
Okay. So here's the perspective. Perspective is, I think as a crypto bunch of people, we lost perspective. We ran up too high, too fast. And then we just expected the prices to continue going. But if you zoom out a little bit and you say, hold on a second, where were we 90 days ago? If you bought Solana, you 3x your investment. If you bought Ethereum, you almost 2x your investment. Okay? We just lost perspective. We expected the market to go up and up and up and up and up and faster and faster and faster and faster. No. You know this.
Yeah. You know, we needed the pullback. We just needed, now all we needed now was the accumulation and calmness down. As long as we got the calmness, we can make the next move. The same way Bitcoin did this, the price had to calm down. Once it calmed down, the next move continued exactly that.
Is the market unhealthy? Can you tell me one thing about this market that is unhealthy?
No. So what we said this morning, obviously the double bounce was the healthiest part that could have happened. And we know that that's a key level for us to obviously hold, was that double bottom we made this morning, because we didn't make a lower low. So that is a beautiful part of this, Randy. You know, with protection from this trend line that we had and having a small stoppage there, you know, we have the pull up now, we come down a test and we're back in even lower than that. So it's just about learning the strategies. But like I was telling you earlier, the tingliness is telling me the bullishness is coming back. I just need to be very sure, because as much as there's so much fundamentals that are powerful right now, if Elon tweets right now, is the market going to hold? If Donald Trump, is it going to hold? That's all that I want to know. I'm tired of these tweeting guys running the damn market.
I guarantee you of the following. Elon Musk has 3 tweets left. He's got 3 tweets, and each one of those 3 tweets will move the market less and less. And after his 3rd tweet, he's not going to have any clout in the market anymore. He's already lost a lot of credibility with the market, and it's going to continue. Number one. Number two.
That's just the people's fear. I think that's one of the last fears that people are just still encountering. Like, how the hell do these tweets just make such a huge impact?
Yes, they move money from. I'll tell you. Let me show you what those tweets do. They take money from toilet paper spinach hands, and they put the money into long-term whale hands. That's what they do. Here we go. The data doesn't lie. Here is the data. Here is the data. You see where the little green line comes up? That's Elon Musk's first tweet. The data does not lie. Okay, look, yesterday, look how many, yesterday there was FUD, President Trump FUD, FBI FUD. The largest outflow of BTC from exchanges year to date. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I get you.
Sheldon, we're in a bull market, bro. We're in a bull market.
Trust me, I get you. I get you.
Okay, now I want to say one more thing to you. There are two strategies that we are playing here, and both of them are going to do amazing things. Your trading strategy is amazing. Stopping people out, and making sure that people have stop losses, and then making sure that they ride the waves and making sure they trade the breakouts. Absolutely insane strategy. My strategy of buying strong fundamental things on the dip, insane strategy. Okay, they will both work. It just depends on what kind of traders people
we got a huddle and we got a trading portfolio, and I think that's where the power of both of us come in that way as well. You know what I mean? What I do love about learning the stoppages, they may be annoying at times, but we always buy back exactly we've learned how to use them. But it's going to help you in a bull market. If Bitcoin goes to $250,000, I'll be very happy if you're setting a stop loss at $220,000 and it has a good career. You know what I mean? So it's just about future's sake as well, for learning the possibilities. I just need Bitcoin because I just want to show you this quickly, right? So where I'm happy with is obviously that dominance turning. I'm very happy with that dominance turning now, because now that's showing me for the first time something's changing in the market. Obviously, we need to get this higher high.
Put the volume, and now look. I want to show you something. Put the volume there, and then look at where the volume came, on the down or on the up.
It started coming in on the up. Now, if this, fundamental, I know this market's going to blow up at any point in the next week. I do know that. I'm definitely very, very, very sure. It's just, if we get to these levels now, was this, it didn't hover here long enough that all the whales get what they wanted to buy? Did Amazon get what they wanted? Did everyone get what they want in that little quick candle down? Or is it a possibility that it can just hover in this range for a little bit and then continue so that all these big guys and all these guys can buy up? Or is it going to come quickly and then just, are they going to ladder in on the way up? Or I'm trying to figure out their sort of strategy on how these big guys are going to get in.
Let me tell you what the only thing that concerns me. It's a very, very, very short term. It's a very short term concern. It's not a long term concern. The thing that concerns me is I know that the end of a bear market, the end of a dip, is usually when there's a lot of blood and a lot of panic. Now, I don't see, even yesterday, I mean, it was organized. It was organized selling. It wasn't panic. It was I didn't feel that there was panic. If you first of all, look at when the bull market started. So go back to March 2020. Go back to March 2021.
March, here we go. No, it was more or less December. It was December where we actually really started rallying, and then we had obviously our Feb, the next run.
Okay, show me March. Go, just zoom in on March.
March. There's March there.
March 2020. March 2020. Sorry, March 2020. March 2020.
That was the after the big dump. There we go.
Yeah.
So that's where it was over here. So this was the big dump.
Zoom in. That for me was panic, right? People panicked. I remember people sold everything. I think it was even that it was before that. Sheldon, it was way before that. It was when Bitcoin went to $3,000 from $10,000.
I just want to have a look. Yeah, it was there. There we went. Oh yeah, it was before that. It was before that. There we go. There we go. That's what
panic looks like. That's what panic looks like. Now, when I look at yesterday, I don't see panic. I see organized trickling of selling, but I don't see panic. And that's why I say, look, there may be one or two more legs down. Maybe. But ultimately, the market fundamentals are strong and they're healthy.
100%, right? And that's what I've been saying, that we've already gone through at least 70 to 80% of what the worst could happen. Like this. Look how far down we are right now from all of that. Like we are very far down. It was just to that point now where we just needed to calm down, and then we could start making our way to the next sort of levels. But we are far down. Like I've been saying it very much, that the worst is yet to come to an end. We've been 2 months now already of a little bit of a mini bearish cycle for now, but there's not much left in the tank. The fact that there's so much bullish fundamentals, it's just, are these tweets going to hold right now? Are they finally going to get to that point now where these big players can stop screwing with people's minds and stop making them hate? Because
Who cares?
I don't know what you feel about it, Ran, but right now they don't want any retail in the market. They don't, because they are continuously kicking them out. As soon as a new guy enters or the new guys enter in, here comes a tweet and we get a quick 20% drop in the market, which scares the retail away, which makes me think that the institutions are buying. Of course they are, because they are kicking them out. So that makes 100% sense to me right now.
There's a data.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah.
data.
So
Sorry,
they're kicking out the weak right now, which means
There's
that
the
we
data.
can't just hover a little bit in this range, a bit more for them to accumulate. It is an option, but I'm not saying bearish in the market or anything like that. It's just about making sure that the new guys are coming in the market now. And new guys, for them, is it best to, you know what I mean? Yeah.
How long has this bear market, how long have we been in a downward trend? Take me to the top of this run.
From the
and
top,
how-
so 14th of April. So if I have a look at time analysis quick, so 14 to where we are now, 55 days.
55 days. That's it.
55 days. Yeah.
We're 55 days away from the high.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
That's it.
Okay, so I mean, this is one of the longer corrections in Bitcoin's history. But again, I can't see how we would be in a prolonged bear market when countries are adopting Bitcoin.
Now, that's why I know something is up. But I just think that there's so many whales, there's so many big guys that need to get in here. This is where they're going to cool it down. No, they don't want any retail interest right now. And that's what I've been saying to guys. This is the best time for us to actually be understanding that we are, for the first time ever, we are buying with the institutions. And all we are doing along the journey is learning the trading skill to do it as well. We're just making sure, and we're just learning risk management as we go, but we are buying on the right team for the first time ever. We are not buying after everything's already exploded. This is where institutions are buying. Retail is not buying here.
Yeah, and what are they buying? They're buying Bitcoin. They're buying Ethereum. Here we go. Here are the numbers. Here are the numbers. You can see them. Here, let me show you. Here are the numbers. Ethereum moving off exchanges. The highest day ever yesterday of Ethereum moving off Coinbase. Who trades on Coinbase? It's Coinbase Pro. It is the institutions. So they're buying Ethereum, Solana, Kusama because the parachains are launching. I mean, Matic because Matic actually works. These tokens, Sheldon, say what you want. They're not in a bear market. I mean, I'm looking at the
No.
They are not in a bear market.
Definitely not a bear market. I'm never saying that they are a bear market. Are they as cheap? Can they get a little bit cheaper to buy? That's all matters on if you're holding this thing for the year, because if maybe they can get 5 or 10% cheaper from now. It could happen any time. I'm not saying a bear market at all. I am bullish, and I said it this morning. Bitcoin will still be $100,000 this year. I'm still 100%.
I agree.
We are just stocking up. We are just getting in the right times now we're trading with the institutions. And I think that's a big part where it's going to be tough always because they're not going to give away easy. But this little drop, if you show the chart there quick, Run, that their institutions buy, their institutions buy, their institutions buy, their institutions buy.
Hold on. Take me to the drops. Take me to the exact date of the drop.
Which drop do you want?
The one where you said the institutions bought. The first circle that you've circled there. What's the date?
There we go. The 19th of May.
19th of May. Look at this. Okay. Look at when the first green candle is there.
You can see it. May. 100%. So what we're actually doing is painting the picture. You know what I mean? We're starting to get the good understanding. And same for myself. You know, a stoppage is good, but my buy area, I want this high, I want this test, and I'm buying straight back in. I'm bullish as hell. I've always been bullish as hell. I'm just making sure that I'm always protected at any point. That's it. But all that I need is Bitcoin to just do me a small favor now. You're doing me this first, which means that look what that dominance is starting to do. Thank you, Bitcoin. Now you're starting to show me something. That's good. The last little thing that I just want now You see this total market cap. So Bitcoin is starting to look to break trend. Total market cap is still at that range over there. I just want to see that we have the full backing of the institutions right now. I'm as bullish as you are, Ran. I'm making sure that, are we staying in this range a little bit longer? We shall see. But and is this the low? Are they going to have a shakeout event to scare it one more time? We're not the thing, but 70 to 80% of this thing is done already. And I do know that that's definitely what we can see in the thing. I think it's just time now that people need to, I don't want people scared anymore. I know this has scared a lot of people. We get in the market, a tweet comes and something comes down to these areas. I think we're just getting to that point where we want to make that final buy now and completely just relax, ride the wave, and put a strategized stop loss in that play and just get to that point now. Are they done with these games now? Are they done playing with people's emotions? I think that's just at the point. And I know it's all a part of a plan because they're buying the damn bottoms every time. It's a game for the institutions right now.
The market may continue to go down. It may. There's no guarantees. The market may continue to go down, but the fundamentals are strong. And again, I think it's a very simple case of we have lost perspective as crypto. We want 1,000 extra.
Going. So if Bitcoin could do this, Ran, we are getting strong. And I hope it actually does because we got a good show tomorrow. You know, we got odds on the break of that thing at 35K, right? If Bitcoin can get to 37K, like I said this morning, there's our pullback. That's it. This is where I seriously see that this is the range now for us to go to that top resistance. We knew this was coming. That low was a very important point. You know what saved us yesterday, right? That yes, there wasn't maybe as much fear as we thought. But what happens if Bitcoin did drop that level? I'm so grateful that we did have a stop loss at 35. Because if we did drop that level, now all I do is buy back at 35 again. I've lost nothing. But I know it's a confirmation buy. I know it's a good buy. And I know where to put my stop loss again for the next one. But if that dropped 31K yesterday, dropped to 30,000 yesterday, where was Bitcoin going to go down to? At least now we're understanding that just with a bit of structure we're trading, we're still in.
It's breaking out now. When we started the show, it was at 34,500. I think if I look at your chart, Bitcoin is at 36.
So let me clean it. It's getting close to 36. Great. Now get a little bit higher. Come on. Get that high. We need that higher high. Then what we're going to do, what have we been teaching? There's your left shoulder. There's your head. There's your right shoulder. There's our bullish shine. That's what sends us up. And we are in back low, and we are back in the market right. Remember, I never choose which way this market is damn going. I'm trading what's here. And when you give me the damn indication, the fundamentals are there. They're all there. Just mark me with the TA, and we're in ANOA.
It looks like this market's playing out. I mean, like it's playing out.
Exactly as I have been predicting.
Exactly as you predicted earlier. It broke out exactly as you predicted earlier. Look, there's the breakout. It's heading towards 37,000, like you said. It'll come down for the retest. And then, guys,
then we're in.
I would be very surprised if we go into a long-term bear market, given what I know. Again, we have lost perspective as a community. We have had 3 extra turns on Solana. We've had 2.5 times our money on Ethereum. In 90 days, guys. In 90 fucking days, we've had 2x and 3x returns. Oh, and everyone's complaining, oh, no, the market's in a bear market. No, guys, even after this correction, okay, even after this brutal correction, in the last 90 days, if you would have just bought Ethereum 90 days ago, you would have made 2.5 times your money. If you would have bought Solana, you would have made 2.5 times your money. If you would have bought Matic, call up Matic, call up Matic.
But I think, aren't you happy, Ran, that the prices are back down so that the rest can get in? So many people didn't manage to get it at those prices. I'm so happy that the prices did come down so that the rest, everyone can be getting a good share of these good coins. So I'm happy. Because
it just brings the market back to some kind of reality. You cannot break away from a trend line so aggressively. Take me back to Matic 3 months ago, please. 90 days, 90 days.
Yeah, we have a look from May, April. Sure, that's stupid gains still. Even from where we are now, 300% now. And it obviously did
after the correction.
After the correction. So you'll still be at 3x, but it did do close to 600%.
Okay. So what you mean is that you didn't make 7, you're not making, the market's not doubling every day. You didn't make 600% on a major altcoin, not a small cap altcoin, on a major altcoin. Okay, we must be in a bear market. Everyone must go home. Guys, wake up, zoom out. In the last 90 days, the major coins have had massive returns. Okay, and what, we're complaining that we're in a bear market? No, we just get perspective. It's all about perspective.
But you know, they needed the fear. I'm happy with the fear that the retail must not be interested right now. Why? Because they want the price to go up first, then they want the retail buying again. They don't want you buying now. So it's right the feelings that we are getting. It's painting the picture.
Take me to Cardano. Take me 3 months.
3 months ago, March. Okay, it's not huge. It's 50-60% up from that. But Cardano started in Jan.
Oh, you only made 50-60% in 3 months. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So I'm so sorry. You only made 50-60%. Take me to T-Fuel. Take me to T-Fuel. 3 months ago on T-Fuel, please.
Yeah, look at T-Fuel. Did you see our buy on this one, man? Check our buy block.
I did. I watch every show, and from tomorrow I'll try join you again. I've got the keys to this office. I'll probably be able to join you. All right, 3 months ago, T-Fuel.
Yeah, T-Fuel 3 months ago, it's up over 100%.
Oh, bear market, you say? You say bear market, right? Bear market.
I didn't say bear market. Why are you telling me that? I had a stop loss. There's a big difference.
Wake the fuck up. Honestly, zoom out. In the last 3 months, if you've held any decent coin, you've 3x your money. Tell me one other place in the world that you can 3x your money in. And this is after the correction. Fuck. After the correction, you have made 3x your money. Okay, wake up, guys. We're in a bull market. I don't care what anybody says. Don't blame me because you say, oh, I'm wrecking my followers because I'm so positive. I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at the fundamentals. The fundamentals are telling me that it's very, very, very unlikely that we're going into a long-term bear market, barring one thing, stock market collapse. No stock market collapse. I'm calling bull market. Record this, meme this, do whatever the hell you want. If the stock market holds, we're going back into a bull market, but it may not be as raging bull market as we had before. Things may not double and triple every single day. Sorry, reality check. That's where we are.
I agree with you, buddy. I always have.
Brother man, listen.
I love the banter, buddy. It's so good to be back.
It's so good to be back with you, bro. It's so good to be back with you. We'll do it again tomorrow. And we'll keep doing this. See you tomorrow, my brother.
Awesome, buddy. Cheers, guys.
See you guys tomorrow. And again, guys, it's all about perspective. I mean, God, like, seriously. One last thing. Fred's dad doing better. It was bad, but he's doing better. Your thoughts, your prayers, whatever you've been doing, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it for us. I need Freddie. I need Fred's dad. We heard some terrible news today about Sheldon Evans' father, Sheldon Evans, who is a long-time friend of the show and a friend of mine. He lost his dad to COVID. I mean, big love for Sheldon, big love for his family. Can't imagine what he's going through. So whatever you're doing, we need Freddie's dad out. We need him out of hospital. We need him strong. Today was the first time we got some good news. So pray, guys, whatever you can, let's do it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. I may even join Sheldon's show earlier in the morning. I mean, I have to wake up at 4:45. But hell, for you guys, I'll do it. See you tomorrow. Until then, if you are trading, trade well, my friends.
Crypto Banter is a social podcast for entertainment purposes only. All opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers should not be construed as financial advice. Views expressed by guests and hosts do not reflect the views of the station. Listeners are encouraged to do their